Hi everybody, this is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys today? I'm excited to be with you with another video on your biggest fan bundle. It is an amazing bundle and I hope that you have enjoyed the videos that I've made so far. I have this one and one more to make, and then the series will be complete. So there'll be 5 videos on this bundle. So I hope that if you buy it, that you will have lots of great ideas to use with it, and definitely check out the other products that part of the suite as well as just the bundle. So we are using today this to make this adorable little treat box for Dad for Father's Day, to give him with his card. Hopefully you got him tickets to the ball game, right? And with those tickets you've put them into a really fun card that you have made. You got him a cool gift card and you have made a project with that as well. And then this is just a little bonus project. What is a bit more baseball than Cracker Jacks? So we have some Cracker Jacks in here. I'm going to show you how we go about it. So let's go ahead and open our box. And you can see on the front, you have this really fun little motif here with a ticket. It says Happy Father's Day. And this is stamped with the ticket right here, and it is cut with this ticket die. So see how it has that cute perforation there? This little piece here is also cut with the die. This is the small banner and there is the little flag end of it. And the number 1 comes from this circle here. This is the designer series paper that is part of the suite, so definitely check that out. And also this little ticket came out of that designer series paper. There's a whole sheet of tickets that you can die cut out with this small one and this one here. Really fun. There is also a sheet that you can use these banners on, so definitely check it out because there's so much great stuff in this paper. So this is where you would write your little note to Dad, right? Hey Dad, I'm so excited that we are going to go to a ball game, and check out what's inside, even the Cracker Jack prize. So this is a clear envelope that I put Cracker Jacks in. So let me show you how we go about that. So we have these wonderful clear envelopes. They come in a pretty big pack. I think there's like 40 or 50 envelopes in there. And so what we're going to do is we're going to open up this box of Cracker Jacks, and we will pull out this little section here, and of course I will try my best to open it, but I'll probably end up ripping it because I get impatient when I'm filming a video. I don't want it to be 15 billion minutes long. But so there is our Cracker Jacks, and of course we got to pull the prize out, right? Because the prize is what's going to go on top, so we're going to set that off to the side. So let's go ahead and put some Cracker Jacks in our envelope here. And I'm just gonna get it to open. There we go. Need a little more. Hopefully that should be good. We want it to fit about that big, and I think that that will close because it's about an inch. Yeah, I think that'll close. So this should be a good amount of Cracker Jacks. You can also, you know, just push them down, move them around. I'm gonna put a tiny bit more, I think. No, I guess we're good. There's really not much left in the box, so you basically get a whole box in there. And what we're gonna do is we are going to pull the seal off of our envelope, and we're gonna lay this flat. And you're just going to bring it around and just stick that to the piece so that Dad can open it. And like I said, you just move around your Cracker Jacks till you get them nice. And we'll put them in a minute. Let's just set this off to the side. Again, this is the really awesome stamp set that we're using today to make this project. So let's start with our box, okay? The box is super fun. It has 2 flaps. It has these little pieces here that keep it together. And we're going to tie it closed. You can also use a Velcro dot if you'd like, instead of having to tie it closed. But I just think the tying is the cutest part. I'm going to put that over in the corner where you can still see it, but it's not in the way. And I'm going to bring in my Simply Scored board. Okay, this is what I use for all of my projects. And so for this double flap box, we're going to do a little bit of scoring here. This piece is 11 inches by 7 inches, and you want the 11 inches across the top. That's the long side. Okay, and so we are going to score this at 3 inches and at 4 inches. And you can flip it over and do 3 inches and 4 inches again. It's perfectly symmetrical, but I'm just going to continue, and I'm going to do 7 and 8, which is the 3 and the 4 inches from this side. See, 11, 3 inches would be 8, and then 4 inches would be 7. So 7 and 8. So 3, 4, 7, and 8. Then we're going to turn it to the short side, and we're going to do 1/2 inch all the way down, and 1 1/2, because we want a 1 inch border on our box. So then you can flip it around and do the same thing on the other side if you want, 1/2 inch and 1 1/2, or you can just move over to the 5 1/2, which is 1 1/2 from 7, and the 6 1/2, which is 1/2 inch from 7, right? So this side on the short side, I did it at 1/2 inch, 1 1/2, 5 1/2, and 6 1/2. All right, so that is all the score marks that we need for our cool box. So let's go ahead and burnish. This part, you have to definitely take the time to do this, because you want all of your box pieces nice and flexible, so that when you cut, when you fold them together and try and put glue on them, that they cooperate. So we are going to burnish our cardstock. This is our 1/2 inch. All right, so now let's go the other way. You can see you're getting nice deep score lines. Let's do another one. This Poppy Parade, which is the color of cardstock that I have chosen, is nice and thick. It's a good weight. Let's do one more. And then that is all of our score marks. I'll bring it up to the camera so you can see a little better. So there are all of our score marks. All right, so let's get the hard part out of the way. I do like to use a thick bladed scissor when I am cutting. I have a long blade one, and I have a shorter blade. I need a longer blade for this because I'm going to need to cut long pieces. So we're going to start here, and we're going to first get rid of this rectangle and this small piece. We're going to leave this square section. So let's go ahead and bring this straight up like so. And then we're going to come this way and cut away. See why I wanted a longer bladed scissor? That piece. And we're going to do that on all 4 sides. So there's the first one. You can kind of see our box starting to come together as I start cutting these. There's the second one. See, here's the flap that's on the front. Okay, let's do this one. And we're going to come in from this side and get rid of this score mark. And we're going to do one more. And there is that score mark. Okay, so here's our box. See, here's the 2 flaps, but we need to get rid of some of these. These are going to be some of the tabs to close our box off. So this is what I recommend that we do. So we're just going to cut this piece off, this small little rectangle. So I'm going to make that cut, and then I am going to cut straight up. So this is my tab. Okay, this piece gets discarded. We're going to do that again. We're going to come in from the side, and we're going to cut down to that first score mark, and then I'm going to cut straight up, and that gets rid of that rectangle. Let's do it again from the side. We're going to come straight up, And we're doing the same thing here. Come in from the side, come straight up. Okay. So there are our tab pieces that are gonna go in. This is our box. So these get glued in, these flap down. This is our closure to our box, okay? Let me lay it down so you guys can get a screenshot if you want to. I'm also gonna miter some ends, I'm gonna show you. So I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna grab my shorter bladed scissor now that I don't have as much to cut. And I'm gonna trim these ends here. I'm gonna miter those. That one I did a little too much, but okay. And I'm actually gonna do this, but just a slight miter. And then we're gonna do the same thing on this side, and then I'll put it down so you guys can grab a screenshot of it. Goodness gracious, I can't cut today. Cutting a little bit too much off of those, but it's okay. It will still glue, no problem. So there's that one, and here's this one. And then of course we're gonna miter these sides. All right, so let's get all of this out of the way, and you guys can get your little shots of screenshot. All right, let's put our box together. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our wet glue, and we are gonna put on this tab here. I'm trying to run this wet glue out. It seems like it's never ending. So we're gonna put that flap and we're gonna turn it in. All right, we're gonna hold it right here on the end until it grabs. And that is our first box flap. I'm gonna actually put a little tiny bit more glue because it looks like it didn't grab real good there. Oh, now I have a little bit too much, but that's okay. I'll wipe that off with my finger. Hold it in place, give it a nice squeeze. All right, and let's do the other end of this box, of this flap here. This time I'll be more careful and I'll make sure that I have more glue on that seam there. All right, so we're gonna bring that up like so. Now we don't have any oozing. I'm gonna have to get all of this little extra glue that I had on my fingers that's now sticking off. We're gonna use our adhesive remover to do that. So just grab that. There we go. And I probably have some on this side too. Yeah, I do. Because my fingers got glue on them. Okay, so let's do the other side. This flap. Again, I'll try and be real careful on that edge because that's the part that really needs to stick good. So we'll hold that into place for a second. And our last tab, let's put it to the inside. I'm gonna hold it down. I'm gonna put the glue on it and make sure, of course, on that line there. And we're gonna line that up, hold it in place. I got a little extra glue on me again. I might have to use my adhesive remover. We'll see. See if I get it to grab. All right, looking good, guys, looking good. There is our box. So now we have to figure out which flap we want to be the front, and you can kind of double check which one you want. I think I want this side to be the front since it's perfectly symmetrical. Yeah, I think I want this one to be the front. This is going to be my insert, and this is going to be my front flap. It looks good, doesn't it? So now that I know which is my front, I'm going to go ahead and open my box. We'll open these little flaps up, and let's put in our Cracker Jacks. So we will bend these corners and bend these corners. And like I said, just adjust your little Cracker Jacks in their container until they fill up your box. You're going to put the prize on top, and then this is going to flap over, and then this one is going to flap over on top. Isn't that such a cool box? I love it. All right, so let's work on the inside, okay? So we're going to open this up, and on this flap here, we are going to attach a piece of vanilla cardstock, and the piece here is 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. So we will go ahead and put some adhesive. You can see I've used a piece that has some stamping on the back that I never used. That's what I do. I recycle my cardstock because it does have 2 sides. So we will attach this piece on here and we'll slide it into place. That looks awesome. And we are going to attach our Out of This League. Perfect. Let's put some little stars around there. Okay, so we are going to pull in some die cut pieces that I have. Let's see, that looks good. We're going to also use that on the front, the little number 1, but right now we're just going to grab the stars. So I'm just going to put just some dabs, little dots here, to put some stars on different parts. So I will pick them up and I will just add those to the little dots of glue. We'll start with the big ones. And then we'll move to the smaller ones. All right, let's put 3 more dots for the small ones. We'll put 1 up on this corner. We'll put 1 down here, and then 1 up in this corner. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll put this, whoops. My daughter's bunny is in my craft room, and sometimes he sheds, and I get it everywhere. Okay, so we'll put that one there, that one there. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. I love these stars. All right. So these stars came from the die set. I'll show you in a second. So it's this little piece right here. And I just put it on a scrap piece of crushed curry cardstock and cut out those little stars. Aren't they so cute? So you can put a little note there for Dad. So that's the inside. Now let's work on the outside. So on the outside, we're going to put a piece of designer series paper. And again, it's the same size that I used on the front. It's 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. And we're going to glue that down first. Okay. So let's go ahead and let me grab my silicone mat because with my luck, I'll make a mess. And we will put some of that down. Add that to the front of our box. All right, I'm happy with that. This really is a cool paper print, isn't it? It looks like the little stitches on the baseballs. So that's going to be on the front. Now I did a little stamping ahead of time because I had to die cut, so I will show you what I used. So first I got a piece of crushed curry cardstock and I used this stamp right here. It is this one out of the stamp set, and I stamped it in Poppy Parade right down onto that curry cardstock. I then took my die, which is this outer layered with this little stitching down the middle. I love that, and I went ahead and cut that piece out. Once it was cut out, I took our Night of Navy with the Most Valuable Dad, and I stamped that down right there in the middle. I used the stars in Evening Evergreen, and I stamped those. I stamped in Poppy Parade, my Happy Father's Day, and then I added some navy blue or evergreen. I can't remember what color I put here, probably evergreen again, with the splatter stamp. There's this really cool little splatter stamp. Here it is. And it does this little splatter on here. So that was how I made the ticket. Now, for this little flag part here, I took a cute a toothpick and I trimmed off the end with a scissor so it wouldn't stab anybody. And I cut out from the dies this cute little banner, and this is the flag end out of Evening Evergreen and crushed curry. And now we are going to glue on our number 1, And this is going to be glued on and out of a piece of Poppy Parade. I'm just putting a little bit of glue on there. Not too much. I'm going to use my tweezers. I'm going to put the number 1 on there first. Kind of angle that. Just like that. And then we'll put the little hashtag next to it. So cute. And then I glued that to a toothpick. I kept the point on there, but you could also chop it off if you want to. But it's going to be on the back and it won't pierce anybody, so it's okay. So these are the pieces that I used there. So we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of our piece. I'm going to cut some more pieces off. I have lots of dimensional sheets that I need to use the other ends of them. So I am gonna go ahead and use those here so that you guys can see. You can use all the pieces of the designer series, designer series paper. Oh my goodness, I'm having a day today. You can use all the parts and pieces of your dimensionals. We'll put one here in the center. That should be good for that. And then for our flag end, I'm just gonna put one dimensional real close to this so that it's kind of equal to the stick. And we're gonna put some glue on this part of the stick when it's time to glue it down. And then this, we're also going to put some glue. It's going to layer on here, which is already raised up. So let's go ahead and first get our twine ready. So I have 42 inches of the twine. It comes in 3 colors. Those are the 3 colors, the green, the blue, and the red and white, which I think are so cool. And I'm going to just match my ends here. And I'm gonna pull it even. And then I'm just gonna wrap it around my box like so. And I want it to be about even. So I'm gonna grab those ends and I'm just gonna hold it in place. And I'm gonna put a line of seal right there. It's gonna be covered up, but that will hold my twine in place. And then I can take your pick tool. I'm going to use the pointy end. I'm going to pull the backs off of these dimensional pieces that I've used here. And we will glue our ticket onto the front. And again, just make sure that your twine is laying how you want it. And then we're going to glue that kind of angled here on the top of that twine area. Okay, let's pull off this last piece. And we're going to use our wet glue now. So I'm going to use the wet glue and I'm going to actually put it on the wood toothpick piece. And I'm also going to put some right there. And we're going to lay this banner piece across our ticket. And I'm going to tuck this end of my toothpick underneath my ticket there. And that will little by little get glued. Let's go ahead and tie our box together. So now that I've done the twine, I'm gonna just pull on it and cross it over. I'm gonna bring my bow to the top here, okay? And I'm gonna put a loop on it and bring this piece of twine through my loop. And you can see when I start out, I have really large loops. I'm going to pull on those by holding that knot and make them smaller. That looks pretty good. Maybe a tiny bit more on this side. All right, I'm happy with that. Now I still have a loop here from when I'm going to go ahead and chop that, and I'm going to make this side even. So I'll chop those two together. And there is our cute bow. Now let's add some stars. So let me grab our star embellishments that are so adorable. I have them somewhere on this desk. I just have to find them. I have so much stuff on my desk. Oh my gosh. And when I stamp, I just keep making more mess and more mess and more mess. And so, I don't know what I've done with my stars right now, but I'll find them. Here they are. Okay. So, let's see. What color stars should we use? I think that I want to use some yellow and some green. Let's see. I'm going to grab this end. I'm going to put a red one right here. Oh, I love that. And then I think I want one up here. And the one up here, I think I'm going to use a yellow. So we'll grab that one and put that up there. That looks pretty good too, right? I used 2 in this corner, but the bow really covers that up, so I don't want to do that again. Let's use one more. Let's do another yellow one. I'm going to use a small yellow, and I will put it near this one right there. I think that looks pretty good. What do you guys think? I'm always changing how I put my embellishments on. Every project is always a new adventure, and I have to just do what moves me. So today, that's the colors I wanted, and that is the look I wanted. When I did it the other day, I wanted all blue stars, so it just depends on my mood, right? So again, you have this really cool little Cracker Jack box. I'm trying to get my ends together so I can tie. This is my original. And I think it's a really fun gift to give any person that's in your life. You could do it for birthday if you're going to take them to a ball game for a birthday present. It's a great little gift. There is the project. Again, I used the biggest fan, and I used the designer series paper, the stars, the twine, the entire collection. So definitely check out this collection. It is great products. And you can find the description, the links in the description below to all the products that I used today. I hope that you enjoyed watching me make this really fun box. I certainly enjoyed making it for you. Thanks for joining me today. I appreciate your time. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I appreciate that. Help me grow my channel, guys. I appreciate it. You guys have an awesome day. Have a good one. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping.